Okay. This video, I'm going to call it EndNote 101. I hope that this video is going to be 10 to 15-minute long, and it's going to give you the ABCs to use EndNote. So I'm going to share my screen and share my screen. What is it? There it is. So I want to share my screen and I'm going to try to go step by step about EndNote. So EndNote is a reference manager. So the reference managers systems were built to make writing a paper or writing a dissertation easier, the management of the references. So you can, so I'm gonna show you how it works, and then I'm gonna show you how you can make it work from scratch. One of the first things that you need to make sure when you have your EndNote 21 installed in your computer is that the Word document has a tab that is called EndNote 21. So this is kind of important. To do that, when you install the software, and I want to see if I can show you from here. If it doesn't show automatically, you have to go to your to the where the software is installed. That is this PC. You go to local disk C, program files, EndNote 21, and then there is one small application that is called Configure EndNote. You double click on Configure EndNote, and that will create the tab on your Word document. So now your Word document is going to have that. Sometimes it does it automatically, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know why. But if you don't have the tab, you need to do and go to the program files and execute that application. Okay, so when you are working on writing, you have to have your EndNote open and you have to have your Word open. So for example, you are in the tab, EndNote 21, go to EndNote, and this is your EndNote. So I already have here a library that I'm going to use for the example, but then I'm going to teach you how to, or show you how to create a library from scratch. Okay, so let's go back to the Word document. So EndNote is the gold standard for reference management. So, okay, who said that? So let's say you go to EndNote, that you also can reach it out from here. And let's say these people said it. Interesting. Oh, there it is. So there are two ways that you can do to add that. So you see these quotes here, insert citation on the reference. So you click insert, you go back to Word, and in Word, it will show up the reference. There it is. Magically appear. So that's number one. Then you said writing papers has been easier since EndNote. And let's say that this was set by another person. So you go back to EndNote, and we're going to say that these guys were the ones that says that. You click on the quotes, and there is your number two. Okay, so number one, number two, and let's put a number three, and the number three will be sin. Therefore, John et al. I'm just making up stuff. So we can say Anderson et al. To make it more realistic. There it is. John et al. Number three. So we can say Anderson et al. Um, I don't know. Justify nothing else than EndNote. Okay, just something that can make some sense. So the first thing is, you can see, once you have built your library on EndNote, you just need to go back and forth. You're writing, you say, okay, this person said that. And sometimes you can say, well, more people. Or maybe we can say here, multiple authors find that EndNote is I don't know, the best. Doesn't matter. So now instead of number three only, that's Anderson, we're going to say, okay, it was Anderson, and here Pereira, and then you use control click, right, Clancy, whatever. You see, you selected multiple references, and you click the quotes, and there it is. Like magic, that's your references. And now it says number one, and then number two, and then number three to number 8. Okay. Now, EndNote doesn't stop there. The second thing that is extremely interesting with EndNote is that I'm using the style of the Journal of the American Medical Association. That's what it's here. So I'm using JAMA. But let's say you're submitting a paper that it has another type of references. So let's say the APA, the APA 6th edition. So you click on, you choose the style, and automatically changes. And now it is alphabetical order, and it's going to change the reference in your writing. Now, how do I know that people are using EndNote? You click here, it highlights automatically. You click here, highlights everybody. You click on the references, and it highlights everything. Because it highlights it, because it means that it has a micro link or whatever it's called. There is a macro, or I don't know exactly the name, but it tells you that it's connected. And because it's connected, now you can do all these changes. So then you can go back to another style, let's say Chicago footnote style, and boom, now it changes. Now, the numbers here disappear, but the reference didn't disappear. And then I can go back to JAMA, and you have your 1, 2, 3 to 8. So this is how, and this is why you absolutely want to use EndNote. The other thing is that, let's say you're hearing number one. You see what I mean? Number one is, oh, I forgot to make this other sentence. So in addition, EndNote is the most cost efficient manager. Okay. And that was set by another person. And now you add that other person. So let's say we're going to go with Bates. There it is. You click on Bates. And now you will see that Bates become number 2, Chang becomes number 3, and then the rest is 4 to 9. So you don't have to move the reference back and forth. EndNote does it for you. And that is why EndNote is so important, because it allows you to just write whatever you need to write, and then you add the reference in the right positions. And if you forgot to say something, you can just go and do it afterwards, or somebody asks you for another style, you just go and change the style. So this is why EndNote is so useful. Okay, so that's number one. Now, how you create a library. So I have here a library that is from the Cardiopulmonary Physical Therapy Journal that I wrote an editorial, and I needed all these references. I'm going to open another one. So you go to Open Library, and I'm going to open a new one that um, let me find one to show you that I have a few that there are many uh, where is it? There it is. So this is a grant that I submitted. I did it with a previous version, so that's why it's converting it to the new version. But by the way, I'm starting to relearn how to use it, but the principles are the same. So I have one library with more than 500 references. When I wrote my dissertation, for example, I have this library that I'm opening right now that has many, 128, there it is. So it opens a new window, and you have, there it is, 339 different, what's called references. Um, and then you can create groups. You can group them by different places. And this is something new on EndNote. It works similar to Zotero. Uh, in the past, they didn't allow you to create too many groups or tags, and that was complicated. But now you can have all your reference in only one place, and you create different groups, and that then you can go back and forth with different groups. But that's something, maybe that's 201, not EndNote 101. So when you have all your reference in one place, everything get more easier when you want to start putting things together. Now, but what I'm going to do now is a brand new one. So new library. It's going to be clean. It's going to be with 0 reference. I'm going to save it in this one. I want to save it on the desktop, and you can call it whatever you want. You can create multiple copies, or you can create only one and have everything on that one. It's up to you how you want to organize. But in this case, maybe I'm going to just call it my EndNote library, and I'm going to save it in the uh, what's called desktop. So because I have this one that is clean, I'm going to close the other ones just to avoid misinterpretations or things. So right now I have only one open, and this one open is completely clean. It has nothing, it has 0 thing here. So there are multiple ways that you can start adding things to your library. So from EndNote, you can do online search. So you can go to PubMed, for example. So right now I'm in PubMed, and there you have author, year, title, and I'm going to just say Gurovich, and I'm going to search all the papers that are around with my last name, that I'm not the only Gurovich A, by the way, but so search. And right now, that's everything that is on PubMed with my name on it. To try to increase these. Come on. I can't. Anyway, so there it is. And it looks like it was, yeah, it's everything that I have. And here it is. You can organize it on by a year, by first author, by the name of the title, the journal. If you click in one of these on the right pane, you have the full reference. So you can have there the full reference. Here it is, the full reference, and then you can edit if you want. If there is any mistake, you can edit it, or you can upload the PDF. Okay. So I don't know. Probably I didn't do this the pause. There you have. You don't have to write the references. The reference are there, and that's it. So every time you click on a reference, you're gonna have the link. Now, there is another thing that is pretty cool. You can, so I'm going, yeah, this is new. I want to see if I can. No, I need to click it. Oh, sorry. Again, as I said, I'm learning how to use these. So I'm going to select all of these. I just selected all of them, 25. And I'm going to bring them copy references to my EndNote library. So remember, it was 25. Now it's 25 in all references. So a few more. I move them here. So now all these references are here. Okay. So the reference now are on the library. So now there is another thing. So I selected everything. So you select the first one, and then you go down and you do shift and the last one, and you do right click and find full text. If you are on the university or you are on VPN, most of these papers will find a PDF. So now it's not just that the reference are going to be here, but also the PDFs will be here. In the worst case scenario, you're going to have the URL, the direct link to either PubMed or the DOI. And you can see that one by one, all these paper clips here on the left-hand side are appearing. It means that I have an attachment, and the attachment is going to be the paper. Here on the left-hand side, a little further, you can see that there are 13 searches. They have found 6 PDF. They found 2 URLs, and 5 hasn't been found. What sometimes is okay, sometimes maybe you need to do a little more to find it. And I will probably show you, I will show you what you can do to find that one. So we're going to wait until all of these downloads. So still searching for 5. We're going to try to see which one wasn't found. And I do have PDF for all these papers because are my papers. So I will show you how you can attach a PDF. So you can find the PDF in somewhere else in the library, or you can find the paper through interlibrary loan, or somebody can provide for you. You save it in a place, and then you can attach the PDF to the reference. And while this thing is happening, so I selected this one, and now you click here on the PDF. That's a PDF. You click here on the top, this arrow, and it's gonna open the PDF. So now you can read the PDF here. You can highlight the PDF here. You can even, as I said, you can even highlight here. Where's the highlighter? You can even edit the PDF. So this is new. Highlight. Well, anyway, you can read your PDFs right here. You can read and make comments in your PDF. There it is, highlight. Boom, now it's highlighted. And then you close it. Do you want to save changes? Yes. And now you can see on the right hand that now the PDF is forever changed. So you can read your PDFs here, you can make notes on your PDFs here, and this becomes not only a reference manager now, it becomes where you have all the information for whatever you're writing. That is pretty handy. So found 12, found 3, not found 10. Let's see this one, covered. So right click again. Again, right click. Attach. Again, they change a few things. Interesting. There it is. Sorry, I told you they changed it. So I'm in this one, covered Evans. I click on PDF. There is no PDF available. Attach PDF. And it opens your what is called your own here it is. So this is my so I'm going where I have all my PDFs, manuscripts, published, and this is Cover 2018. So Cover 2018. Boom. That's your PDF. So now you have your PDF there, same thing that happened. So if you download a PDF and you save that PDF in a place, Then you can attach the PDF to the reference. And at the end of the day, it's good to have all those paper clips on the left-hand side so you have all your PDFs available in the same place. Okay, good. So that's one way. You can use the PubMed function here. You can also use Webs of Science. That is another database, but you can use PubMed. So that's one way you can do these. Let's see another way. There are two more ways that you can do it. So I'm here in Google Scholar. Okay, so Google Scholar, and we're gonna say, okay, let's use that. Older adults exercise recovery time. A few keywords for that database, and I found all these papers here. So value of exercise capacity and heart rate recovery in older people. Okay, let's see that this is the one that you were looking. All the, on Google Scholar, you will find here, cite, quotes, cite, same quotes that EndNote. You click cite, all citations in different formats, and at the very bottom it says Bible text, EndNote, RefMan, RefWorks. EndNote. Click EndNote. And you can save the citation, in this case, it's called Scholar 49, in your downloads. So you save it. Here it is on the top of my Google Chrome. You open it. You click on it to open it. And you go back to EndNote, and it says importing. And look on the left-hand side, imported references. And now it says messenger, Rappaport, value of capacity, etc. There it is. So you don't even need to write the reference right now. You just import the reference from Google Scholar, from PubMed directly. And I'm going to show you one more thing, one more way you can do it. So there it is. And remember, we have 25 references. All these imported references go to the total references, 26. So every time you import one, it's going to be on the total number. And this is relevant because sometimes you're going to import something that you don't want, you need to delete it. So you want to say, okay, I don't want these anymore. You go ahead and delete them. So let's go again to Google Scholar. Let's do one more. Recover from resistant exercise in older adult. Cite. So you click on cite. EndNote. You save it on the downloads. Download it. Click on it. Importing. And that's your other import. So now you have 27, 25 plus 2, and this is your last one that you imported it. Okay? Good. One more way that you can do this. So you don't want to import this one. Oh, well, let's go to this one, the fourth one. Exercise accelerate wound healing among healthy adults. You read the title, say, I don't know if this is the one that I want to do. So, okay, let's go and see on the journals of gerontology. Let's read the abstract. So you read the abstract and you decide that, yes, this is something that I want. Okay? 90% of the journals, 90% of the journals have now this side button here. So you see the title, the authors, the reference, cite, quotes again, cite. You click, download citation, select format, EndNote, download citation. So this is a Charles, and it's called preliminary investigation, download citation. Once again, downloads, save, pops up here, click, importing. There you have the summary, Emery, Kyoto Glaser, the Journal of Gerontology, a preliminary investigation. There it is. And now we have 28. So again, you don't even need to write these things. Now, let's go to the full numbers of reference. So before I go there. So again, most of the journals will have these. Let's go back and let's show you another. Let's try find another one. This is American Journal of Physiology, I think. You click on the title, there it is, American Journal of Cardiology. Elsevier is another company, another publisher, and they also have the site. You click on the site, export citation. Okay, that good. I'm glad I did this. Look, they don't have EndNote. These guys don't have EndNote, but they have REIS. That it stands for research or something. So export citation to REIS. Now you have a long number, REIS formatted file, save. Now, you see that little icon there? That's not an EndNote. If you click on it, it's not going to go directly to EndNote. Therefore, from EndNote, now you can go File, Import, and you want to import a file. You click File, look, REIS, Reference Manager REIS. That's what you want to import. You choose, so if you're downloading everything on your downloads, that's what I would suggest, because then you can delete them. Downloads, that's the last file that I downloaded. Open, import. And it's going to show on the import references, the new one, the American Journal of Cardiology. There it is. And now you have 29. So I'm glad that because I forgot about that. I'm glad that the journal, the American Journal of Cardiology, didn't have the direct EndNote. You still can download a REIS file and import the REIS file into your EndNote. Okay, good. One more thing. These will cover 90% of your references. 90% of your references are going to be journals, papers. Now, the other 10 could be a book chapter, or a website. You can do that, but doesn't exist the direct import on EndNote file for those three, book chapter, and website. So now you're going to use this plus, add a new reference to the selected group, add a new reference. So you click on the add a new reference. And this is where you're going to, this is the only time that you're going to need to write something by hand. So the first thing is, it's not a journal article, because I told you 100% of the journal articles, you're going to find an EndNote file. So most probably, and now you can, you see there is a lot of things. So book section, book chapter. So the author of the book chapter, you need to find the book chapter. I mean, you go to the book. So now you need to have the book, and you're going to say, okay, the The author is this guy. And this guy. These are the two authors of these. The year 2024. The title of the section, endothelial shear stress and exercise. I'm making this up, by the way. Okay. The editor of the book, let's say Bray, Randy Wayne. Now, book title, exercise and cardiovascular disease. That's the book title. Where was published? And normally when you go to the book, it's going to say Baltimore or whatever, or New York, Baltimore, Maryland. Okay. Who was the publisher? The publisher, Elsevier. Elsevier. The volume probably is not, there's not gonna be any volumes. Is what are the pages of the chapter? 200 to 230 is chapter 3. First edition, and you can add the ISBN number, etc. And now you save it. And you will see, so now you can close these, and there it is. And it's a book. So now it's telling you the chapter, it's telling you the publisher, it's telling you the year, and it's now a reference to a chapter book or chapter or book section. For example, now you want to do, so you click on plus again. I'm going to add another reference. And let's say that this reference is going to be a website. And you can web page. And again, author, whoever wrote it, the year, and it's going to ask you access year, access date. Every time you do a website, they're going to ask you, when did you access that? So you don't have to put everything, but that normally is something that they ask you to do. So that's the way you can add new references. As I said, 90% of the reference that you need, you don't need to do manually. You just import from Google Scholar, you import directly from PubMed when you do a search here, or you import it directly from the journal website. Okay. Well, I hope you enjoy it. I'm going to stop recording now. I don't know how long it was. You can go back and forth to the section that I show you, but this is the ABC for EndNote. Enjoy it.